What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C, and in this particular video about y'all, we'll be reviewing If Loving You Is Wrong. Okay, season 2, episode 2, and shout out to my YouTube fam, and you want to be part of YouTube fam, don't forget to click that subscribe button, like and share this video. And comments, no, ain't no crazy stuff. You can go ahead and comment. I'm trying to catch up my comments right now. But anyways, we're picking up the aftermath. I was calling him everything except his name, Rando. It finally just went into the house. Of course, Eddie wants to retaliate. You know, that was the last point we're at, right? So I may not go particularly in order with this reviews. I'm usually random. But Lucia's all telling him like, no, dog, don't do all that. And we all know Eddie has this I'm in the uniform and the position of power type of syndrome. So he kind of is basically like, you know, what I got on makes me powerful. With this badge, I'm powerful. I'm invincible. I'm almost like a god or something like that. This mind frame. This is a complete asshole, okay? So, you know, Lucius all the time, he even tried to tell him, he's like, you know, cops, you know, we don't need to be doing that. He's actually trying to look out stupid Eddie. Even though Eddie, like I said, has the position of power. I don't know how many years he's been in the force. But he is, you know, even though Lucius actually the one who saved his ass from a child who was about to pop him or whatever, you know, last season, Eddie is like, somehow the emotions are still in the lost and found, or somewhere around the Bermuda Triangle. So he basically is telling him like, well, you're just a rookie, what, you don't help, because he's trying to even tell Lucius like, you know, to go in the back, click in the door, open or something like that, so he can go to the front, you know, basically helping him with the fuckery he's trying to pull off with. And so Lucius like, I'm not about to let you do that. He was like, well, fine, I'll do it myself. And Lucius like, I'm still not gonna let you out, bro. I can help you, you know, I'll walk your car and I'll drive you home because you are completely been drinking. And he like, okay, well, you know what? You gonna see this or something like this, because he's mad because Lucius is like this. He's standing his ground. Yeah, he appreciates the job, but you know, getting the job, but he's not about to ass kiss neither. And that's what Eddie don't like about it. Like somebody probably standing up to his ass that, you know, too. So when Natalie was walking towards there, he's like, well, you just made a big mistake. And Lucius still just like, okay, you know, whatever. Because, you know, he even think like, what, you gonna report me? Or this and this and this and this. But that's what I'm saying is, Eddie, you can tell, is used, and even what he did with Essie last year, or, you know, short for Essie last year, he has the power where, you know, in a position where people are used to, like, even if they don't want to follow whatever the hell he's saying, they eventually just give in, you know, somehow. Because he was able to even cut off her hours and told her to go home and stuff. And somebody, tell her own boss, basically, you gonna send her ass home. And she even had to, like, okay, you gotta go home, Essie. You know, I was driving drunk and he can get me on that or whatever, you know. So Natalie's all asking Lucius, what the hell happened? And he like, whatever. So Natalie said she's staying behind. Lucius said, I guess he's going to go to the house or something for a minute and then come back and wait till, like, Natalie, you know, calls him to come get him, right? And fast forward, just real quick, Jesse was, you know, opens up the door, and his ex, barely one day, whatever, he was at the place, Boston's daughter shows up. And they did used to have some little romance. The dad caught him kissing, whatever. And this is why technically he was banned for the restaurant and why he never even originally wanted him to come back in the first place. And they go downstairs and, like I said, talking. And did y'all hear the sound effect? You know how sometimes in these shows they have sound effects like the kids in the background? I don't know about y'all, but I felt kind of scared because, you know, that's the same laughter them kids they sometimes be using in some of them horror flicks where they used to come on TV. So it's just something, I don't know. Anyways, y'all. So all of a sudden, whoever this dude is that Jesse tried to get the money from his mom, and know he probably has something to do with money. You know, it's all coming there, talking stuff, whatever. And, you know, basically, and Jesse's still like, okay, whatever. He told the girl to leave because, you know, they would make comments toward him, and him and his 5 goons or whatever. You know, you knew possibly was going to happen because he is going to get revenge one way or the other. And because his pockets is light. Even though he keeps claiming he has nothing to do with it, we all know he may most likely have something to do with it. Either it's another person because unless it's another twist that we don't know about. We also remember that the people who took I know it's ongoing soap opera, but the money may be missing, but we can't say this. We never seen the people who took it. You know what I mean? Or people, even if you might know them, you know, like take off the mask or anything, you know what I mean? Like in the getaway car and took anything. These people are still questionable whether the dude knows about it or not. And like I said, he could have something to do with it, but we still don't know who the people who officially, or persons, I forgot what it was, one or two people that went into there and took the money. You see what I'm saying? So it could be another plot in the near future or something, whatever. So, but anyways, y'all. So he go, and Lucius comes, pulls up right up in time, and basically's like, looking at the dude's like, okay, and you know, they still the guy, you know, talking smack to Jesse, like, you know, it still ain't over, and you ain't ready for that day. Jesse's like, okay, whatever. And Lucius, but you know, they did leave a little bit after Lucius came there, even though they talking about, you know, yeah, listen to what the water said, you go in the house, but still, he knew not to act on it, whatever. Just like with Natalie, he kind of like once Natalie, you know, said the stuff that she said, he just left and kept on going. Okay, so, Jesse's trying to be a man or whatever the case is about it. And, you know, Lucius is like, you know, me and your mom are here for you, you know, in terms of like being there, you know, being there. Like, we're trying to, you know, Jesse's like, it's not, you know, basically like their problem. But he's like this, you know what? We're going to try our best to look out for you. Okay, let us help out, look out for you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, let's get that out of the way as far as that. I don't think Lucius was there for the rest of the episode. So, Eddie does leave, but he goes and realizes, because you know how Brad has took off, right? Brad is, you know, at some baseball field, taking to a head, you know, bottle of wine, whatever, and they're talking. And Brad's just like, you know, that guy used to be my friend, you know, going through all the emotions possibly he had. And of course, Eddie still wants to retaliate. So it gets to the point that Brad doesn't know what he's going to do. You know, this woman was his light, all this other stuff, whatever. She was my sunshine, and now she's brought the thunderstorms and hail from the sky and everything else. So, of course, Eddie, which, like I said, his mind is also somewhere else, okay? He's been gone somewhat. Because when he's talking about, yeah, I know you feeling with some of these women. Sometimes you want to drag them to the room or something like that, tie them to the bed and gasoline and burn everything up. And even Brad was like, you know what? I'm mad, but I wasn't thinking about that, bro. Okay. All right. You know. And then they got to the point, of course, Eddie's like, you know, I can do this. We can take care of this, blah, blah, blah. And then Brad, you know, make a long story short. Brad was like this. No. Let me take care of this, okay? It's my cause, you know what I'm saying? Like, you take care, and I'm going to do this. And, of course, Eddie has a point where he has, like, you know, he's going to give him a gun that don't have the serial numbers on the right stuff, right? So that's what Brad is going to do. Like I said, he's going to take care of him. You know, Eddie's like, okay, take care, do what you do. And then when he left, Eddie's still like, man, he could have, he should have took I could have gave him some rope. I really could have, you know what I mean? So back at the house around this time, before, also to point out, before they go back in there at the house with Alex, whatever, Kelly, you know, like I said, all the go aside, like Kelly also, you know, and I think Natalie were walking, and Travis comes out. It was just weird that Travis came out of nowhere. I don't know if he was invited. I don't know if he heard about the stuff or whatever, but coincidence, Travis shows up. And he's trying to talk to Kelly. He's still trying to sit here. And Kelly's like, basically like, what the hell you want? And he's still like, I learned and everything, and I'm asking you forgiveness. And he broke off his engagement with his fiance, okay? And he's basically telling her, at least can you forgive me? And all this other stuff. And, you know, like, can you please, like, just accept my apology and everything? And she just like this, like, you know, and because she keeps telling basically, I stay with, even though you could tell, like, of course the feelings there, because it hasn't been too long ago since he done this stuff, and he still keeps acting like, to a certain point, like tuning out. You know, we don't know based on it, it's never shown that the relationship prior to then, like before she got this house, really. But it's almost like, even though she keeps saying, leave me alone, he refuses to. It's just like, where he knows, like, there's still a strong chance. Because he just like, oh, I can't stay away or whatever, blah, blah, blah. He technically doesn't have any ties he does not have. You know, he can't even say, like, justice is, unless he legally has guardianship over justice. He's kind of like, okay, I'm still just going to come over here, blah, blah, blah. He realizes he's trying to be the person want to be. And here's Kelly basically like this. Now, if you don't stay, she's like even like this. You know what? I don't even want to go. I'm going to work harder, even keep this place. I can't afford to keep dealing with you in this mess here. And on top of that, even though I can't afford this house, I'm going to try hard to get this house because you know what? I don't want memories of the old apartment because it's all these memories of you. And then she's basically saying, like, it doesn't make sense for me being around you because of stuff that I can't have. When I smell the cinnamon, I want to make love with you all the time I see you. And this and this and this reminds me of this. And every time I see that pack of Cheez-Its, you know, reminds me that was your favorite snack you had at 7 p.m. at night, blah, blah, blah. Because he was even trying to get in their house and speak to her at first, whatever. But that's what I'm saying is that, you know, he really is trying. And I'm like, is he really going to be able to be successful, or is this going to be a, you know, continuous on? But she basically like this. You don't want to see the bitch out of me when he's talking about he's still gonna keep talking or, you know, speaking. Or she basically like this. You know what? You are not about to keep talking to me, and that's it. And bye bye. Okay, leave me the hell alone. All right. So Travis is not here, and then back Travis's mama come back in the next episode, or you know whatever. So now let's get to the part where ladies are talking, and then you know now they just got to the point just blow. You know, Alex is crying, blah blah blah. Now it was like, so how long you been sleeping with this man? You know, Essie's trying to be peacemaker or trying to make it seem like okay, even though she was wrong, we still have to realize she's still hurt to a certain point. And but you know that was like a damage done. I'm asking because, you know, the damage was done, but you try to repair to move on from it. That's why I'm asking her that. And I think did she actually respond? And then, you know, Kelly already had that look of looking at her like, you know, mine's like, you know, Alex felt like already Kelly's looking at her like a horror slut and blah, blah, blah. And Kelly was basically like, no, I don't think that feel that way. But she does feel like kind of offended about the faithfulness situation, like why people can't be faithful, or if they at least gonna cheat, be honest. And she just kind of fears because we all know how Travis just did her, so she feels some type of way anyway. And here's Essie, well, you know, you're not married. I'm thinking like, well, Natalie, from what we gathered, hasn't been married neither, so, but Natalie didn't get offended by that comment. But, you know, Kelly was like, okay, it's supposed to hurt less because, you know, what happened? Because she's trying to compare her situation with Travis to the Alex thing. And, you know, they're like, well, you know, that's a totally different situation. And she's like, no, it's not. And, you know, it's kind of, well, you know, I say there's two different situations because, I mean, the only thing is true, like, here, is, to me, it's a different situation, not all because of the terms, not because of the fact that they're married, because, I mean, if y'all supposed to be in a monogamous relationship, then, you know, that's one thing. And, but she also has kids with Brad. She's also, we don't know who is the father, even though she keep claiming, oh, the calendar dates don't match up and stuff when I put the star stickers and shit on whatever. But what I'm saying is we don't know, honestly, like, what, you know what I'm saying, what the date was, I mean, dates were, even though she keeps saying, because, you know, Natalie, I think even asked, too, if this is Brad's baby or not. And, you know, but like I said, Essie, you know, also Kelly, I even brought up to Essie before, you know, they kind of kumbaya. She was just like, yes, like, how you got nerves to say anything? You sitting here dating, you know, drug lord kings and stuff and crazy ass psychotic ass officers and stuff. So, you know, now it's like, oh, come on, we got to be unity, peaceful. I understand people are separate. We got to woo some, blah, blah, blah. So Essie apologized, Kelly apologized, and they, you know, did the weddings hell, the scene where everybody's just hugging, blah, blah, blah. Whatever films also includes where we have unity of, like, at least 4 or more women, or, you know, a group of women, okay? Not to say there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm just saying. But in terms of they're all going to be still there for Alex, because, you know, they've been saying, you know, one, I think Kelly and Natalie would take the kids for like a couple days and stuff, because Brad and her need to talk. All right. And stuff. And the Alex doesn't know, Brad's going to leave her, you know, that type of questions. And, you know, just the fact of, but Kelly did also admit that she was like, you know, she did point out, she didn't say, because Alex asked her, you know, because she was like, it actually did come over Miles, and I didn't say that, you know, it was you. I just said, you know, look a little closer, and that's where she put two together by Pepper. But I was like, and then she was saying that's, you know, that's who she has store as Pepper, and then talked about, you know, the bumper sticker and all this other stuff. So that's what had happened. Now, in terms of actually, let's just say that I think that's what pretty much seems like everybody's gonna be there and try to be there for Alex, and just, we don't know what's in store, but try to be there for her during these circumstances. Yeah. So when Brad gets back, y'all, of course, he's starting to get his clothes, and, you know, Alex is like, please talk to me. please talk to me. Okay, well, let me talk, because like I say, everybody I forgot to mention, rewind back. Of course, nobody was there. All the rest of the guests had left, when that shenanigans happened. So, but fast forward. Back to, here you got Alex up there like, please talk to me. Please talk to me. Please just talk to me, something, whatever. And he's steadily packing his bags and stuff, whatever, right? But then for a second, she's like something and goes to hug him, right? I think, whatever, right? I don't know who's up. And Brad at first is crying, and then his face kind of turned to anger. And when she's like, because she's like this, like on his shoulder, and she's just head right here, and she's like, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And he held her there long enough, whereas when he lets her go, she falls to the floor still crying. And then she had nerves, but I had to give her, I'm just saying, she was taking too many damn chances. And then the fact is, he already had a vasectomy, so there is already a strong chance that that might not be his child anyway. Even though she keep claiming that it's his, there is a strong possibility that's Randall's, okay? So he goes down the stairs with his bag, and she's running behind. No, you're going to talk to me in front of the damn door. Then he's trying to go, I guess, to the back door. No, you're going to talk to me too. I'm thinking like, girl, I wouldn't be in front of him and stuff. He just tried to smuggle you. I mean, suffocate, really suffocate, suffocate, okay? Suffocate. I'm just saying, I would be not so quick to sit here and be running after somebody and stuff like that or whatever. And, whatever, right? So he's like, can you please talk to me? So, he's basically first saying, like, you want to prove, yourself, whatever, or just like this test. So he hands the gun over, like the gun handed, to try to hand the gun over to her, like, you go over there and you kick him door and you shoot him. And she refuses to do so. And he's like, what? Because you love him and stuff like that? And she's like, no, what's wrong with you? I'm sorry, whatever. And he's like, basically, you're going to answer these questions. You're going to answer these questions truthfully, okay? I guess to redeem herself. So he asks, like, was she in love with him? She's like, yeah, but not the same way I am with you. He's like, is he... What did I do wrong? I was faithful to you, blah, blah, blah. He even made her say, like, I was having an affair with my husband. While I was, he's like, how many times I had sex? She claims it was 1 or 2 times, right, a month. And then, even, I don't know why, but when he was like this, is he bigger than me? And that's when I already knew she was going to say yes, only because she couldn't say, the other questions, yes, no, But as soon as he said something about this man's penis size, then she's up here like, Brad, do we really have to talk about this? Do we really have to talk about this right now? And he's like, well, is he bigger? And then, is he better than him? And I guess she's like, does she like having sex with more than him? And then it was one of those other yes or no questions. Like, even though sometimes she instantly answer questions, it'd be like, yeah, but what I meant was, that type of thing. So he even asked, was that baby his? And she's just like, the same thing she's been telling everybody. Yeah, it's his kid, because the calendar doesn't match up. The calendar? Yeah, the calendar. You have a calendar? And he's like, well, let me see it. And she goes get the calendar, right? And I could have sworn, he's like, what does AAA stand for? What does AAA stand for? And she's just like, I could have sworn it was A, right, that he said. And she was like, that's when I slept with Randall. Like, that's how I was with Randall. And he's like, well, what does DF stand for? She's like, that's when I was with you. So yeah, he already asked some questions like this. He said, is this what I do? Is something wrong? Would I mistreat you? Blah, blah, blah. But no, like what else. I think she even told him, I don't know. She still claims she doesn't know the reason why and stuff like that. And whatever the case is. But you clearly see, if you've been giving your husband a DF thing like that, you should have been talking, obviously. Well, he admits even last season that she only likes the missionary position at one time. He tried sexy, draws and 6 draws and whatever that he had on to try to impress. But just like it's something, whereas, but what I gather is that it was problems with their sex life. And it seemed like Randall was able to get into her head and basically make it seem like, I forgot, she even mentioned, like, he even asked, like, so where did it happen? She said in the shed. And then he put two together, like all those times that he looks for her, but he thinks like, you know, because that, you know, someone with a decent big ass house, he thinks like maybe she just needed, you know, walk around and stuff like that and get something to drink. And at one time, remember that their daughter was asking, because she had some nightmares, the boogeyman was bothering her and stuff, and she wanted her mommy, and they couldn't find her. And you know, remember how she magically popped up like a magic trick Houdini in the bathroom, or said she used it to kiss, or you know, the bathroom, even though he noticed like nobody used the bathroom recently or something like that, or you know, the total, I forgot how he found out that she didn't use bathroom. So that's what he was saying, was put everything together, and then here, you know, this mess happens. So anyways, basically he's like, he's going to still handle this or whatever, and something how it is. And I think that's what, and then he walks out the thing again. I think we're gonna, so that's how pretty much it is. But yeah, it was kind of like that conversation, like, is he better and blah 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 and all this other stuff and everything. But yeah, but that's pretty much all I got, folks. I will definitely see y'all in the next video. Y'all pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend. And I might do tomorrow's Catfish. I don't know yet. And I may do Mary Jane, go back to Mary Jane, or I may not. I don't know. It just depends on how's it going. Because like I said, it's the last month of school, and you know, all this crazy stuff that's, you know, going on. But anyway, y'all take care.